You realize even when we go off, we're off. When we're on, we're off. This is the charm of This Is True Really News. So like, subscribe, and follow us, and you will figure that out. Or get angry and throw pasta.
Like I say to my wife, we're charming and hilarious.
Like my wife says to me, you're an acquired taste.
And then when my wife gets up off the floor after laughing at that, we continue with the day.
Wait, she doesn't think we're hilarious?
And charming, apparently.
Well, I've met us. I knew that part.
I think we're charming.
Sure.
Have you told them to like and subscribe?
Like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News. Okay,
Yep.
do that.
Yep,
and if you see a weird story that we might have fun with and enjoy, you can send that off to TITR@netradio.network. And Bob's your uncle. Unless you live in the U.S., and Sam's your uncle. Of course, if you live in Portugal, I don't know who it would be. Pedro?
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
Manuel? That'd probably be Spain.
No, fix, Manuel, fix. No, fix, Manuel. He is not broken. He's from Barcelona.
How did I know we were going there?
Peter Brennan was staying at the Hilton downtown Nashville Hotel for a
And we're
work
grateful
conference.
for that at this moment.
His restful sleep, however, was interrupted around 5 a.m. when hotel employee David Neal, 52, let himself into Mr. Brennan's room.
Huh?
Brennan was sleeping.
Yeah, well,
David Neal let himself into Mr. Brennan's room, one of the hotel workers.
so he could.
He was apparently a front desk manager or something.
Probably shouldn't, but he could.
According to Nashville Metropolitan Police, Neal had cloned a key card to let himself in. And when Mr. Brennan woke up, he found his toes were in Neal's mouth.
Were they still attached to his foot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, one thing down.
Mr. Can you imagine waking up to that and going, holy hell.
What I'm curious is Neil's selection process.
Right.
Because I'm guessing
He checked out a few other sets of toes.
he was looking through shoes at the time he decided this is the one.
Oh, baby, he's got Scottish feet. In any case, Mr. Brennan said, I instantly jumped up and was screaming. Yeah, I went into some sort of fact-finding mode. Who are you? Why are you in my room? What are you doing here? What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? All of those questions.
Yeah, only one of those is not historic,
I could see he was wearing a uniform.
but it is funny.
He had his name tag on. He was talking to me, but not giving any substantive answers.
Well,
I'd be
That's right.
babbling too.
if I had someone else's foot in my mouth.
Neil says he entered the room because he could smell smoke.
His toes were on fire, and this is what he thought of to put them out?
What do you do? No
Water?
other guests or staff have reported smelling smoke that night. I mean, sure, maybe his feet were burning, but I think that's just a euphemism. In any case, Neil was arrested at his home in
Or athlete's foot.
nearby Lebanon, Tennessee.
Yo! Oh,
God almighty.
great. Now the visual I've got there is not going away soon.
And he's been charged with aggravated burglary and assault. If you want to have some fun sometime,
Yep.
have Scottish people say purple burglar alarm.
What? A purple bird.
Purple burglar alarm.
Those R's and L's are tough.
It's hilarious.
And the worst part is the Scots can do it. That's the worst.
No, they can't. They sit
Really?
there and they get stuck on it. Purple
So it's like
burglar alarm.
hang on. Regularly?
Yes, regularly.
Not a word you ever have to say in radio.
Right?
All right.
So hang on. We're not done.
Oh, I was hoping we were.
Brennan says he still doesn't really feel safe even in my own home. He's suing both Neal and Hilton hotels. Hilton spokesperson says safety and security of our guests is our top priority. Hilton takes matters such as these very seriously, and went on to say Hilton Nashville downtown is independently owned and operated by a third party, and no Hilton entity employees staff at this property. Yeah, we take it real seriously to the point where we're distancing ourselves.
If I say like Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, Do those
Tap
names?
dancing.
Thank you for 20, Art. That's how old I am.
There-
20 used to be the smallest on.
What about
Jeopardy way
Gregory
back when.
Hines? He was a good tap dancer.
He's and he was really funny in that movie with Billy Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
the Chicago Cops.
Oh, God, they were great.
I can't think of the name of it now. But I love watching that.
Yep.
Now, where was I? Oh, fun facts. These are just random. When you're tired of these, tell me. First of all, it's not possible for the majority of people to lick their own elbow. Yep. And the majority of people will try.
My head's in my way.
A crocodile can't stick its tongue out. Of course,
I'm not a
Doesn't-
crocodile.
doesn't really have to. Tigers not only have striped fur, but striped skin.
Oh, I guess I'd heard that.
I had two, but I want to sort of see it, but that would be kind of gross. Some lipsticks contain fish scales, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
A shrimp's heart.
Some paint contained fish scales too.
Really?
Yeah, some types of paint. It was back like
Is that to give it that?
yeah, kind of almost an iridescent look.
Okay. A shrimp's heart is located in its head. So when they get a pounding headache. British military tank can make tea. That doesn't surprise me. But Vlad, if you got any pictures of that,
Is there an oven so you can make
I would-
scones for tea?
don't get carried away. That'd be silly.
Well, I could put an easy bake oven in there.
I'm not even doing the hardest tongue twister because I don't think I can even slowly. Yes, I can. Sixth sheep's sick.
Okay.
That's the toughest tongue twister in the world. Tremendous, horrendous, stupendous, and hazardous are the only
Words.
4 words in the English language that end in DOUS. Go ahead, think on that for a minute.
What about stupidus or moranus?
Doesn't have that DOUS and Moranus.
Morandus.
Stupidus is just idiocy in another language. You sneeze too hard, you can in fact fracture a rib. I know that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The letter Q doesn't appear in any state name. Now watch Scott's little brain going through the states.
There's Quincy, Massachusetts, but
It
that's
doesn't
not a
appear in the
state name.
state name.
Well, it does next to the state name.
This will gross everyone out in the course of an average lifetime. Estimates are you would eat about 70 assorted insects and 10 different spiders or more.
To do what?
You would eat while you're eating them
Why would I be eating them?
because you're sleeping and you don't know it. This is why God made homes with beds
Right.
instead of putting up, a hunk of tarp. Black light makes cat urine glow. Makes other things glow too. I've seen it on NCIS or something. Takes the average person 7 minutes to sleep, which means I'm nowhere near average.
Nope.
Almonds belong to the peach family.
Mm. That's
It's
interesting.
It's impossible to hum while you hold your nose. Everyone's tongue print is different, like fingerprints, but wouldn't you love to have to be the reader of that?
Maybe you'd have to taste it.
Average person's left hand does 56% of all typing. If you do the proper typing style.
Yeah, that's mine. Yep.
And stewardesses
Mhm.
is the longest English word typed all with the left hand.
What about onomatopoeia? Oh, left hand. I was going to say,
What about
a word like
onomatopoeia?
onomatopoeia?
Anti-establishmentarianism. That's longer. Yes, but it needs a right hand. Refrigerated rubber bands last longer if yours are wearing out too soon.
Who uses rubber bands anymore?
The shortest commercial flight in the world is in Scotland. That'd be like flying in Rhode Island. I don't understand
Just walk over.
What is the only English word that ends in MT?
Encampment.
Dreamt.
What about dreamed?
That too. The Empire State Building has its own zip code. That I knew.
Yep.
You know the only state that has just one syllable for its name? And does not have the letter Z in it or Q in it or whatever that was? One
Quincy,
syllable.
Massachusetts.
Maine.
Yep, that would be it.
Oh my
Am I bored yet?
Are you?
I think
Apparently
so.
not.
Well,
There are
let me do
290 there are 293 ways to make change for $1. Blue whale
Boy.
tongues can weigh as much as an elephant.
My tongue can weigh as much as an elephant?
Well, you're a blue whale.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
There are 5 countries in the world that don't have airports. Well, why should they? Scotland's hogging them all.
You know, if it's not Scottish, it's crap.
And Albert Einstein is, believe it or not, an anagram for
Albert
10
Einstein.
elite brains.
Really?
Yep.
Kind of cute.
I could also tell you it's physically impossible for pigs to look up, but they physically can't.
Do this.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't have an opposable neck.
there goes my wife's theory about me.
No, you are still a
This is
swine.
called the Comeback Kid.
All right.
I worked at a pizza shop. The troublesome customer was trying to stack coupons that clearly stated 1 coupon per purchase.
Not that hard.
After every single one of us in the restaurant refused him, including the owner, he made this long, angry rant about the district attorney was his cousin and threatened us with a lawsuit. As he was heading for the door, he said, "You can't afford to mess with me." And I shouted after him, "You can't even afford a large pizza." Bravo,
Sir.
young man.
A man, you are a man among boys. I am impressed.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.